and welcome to How to Pull a Training Needs Assessment or TNA report from Learning Nucleus. Our training objective today will be how to pull the report within Learning Nucleus. To be able to pull this report, you should be the training point of contact, and you need to have a training liaison's role in the Learning Nucleus in order to pull the TNA report. Any assistance and the point of contacts for pulling the training needs report is Johnny McChristian or myself, Kenneth Hogan. We are available Monday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And please keep in mind we are in Albuquerque, New Mexico, so we are in Mountain Time. I will show this again at the end of the presentation if you need to take note of the numbers and email addresses. Okay, let's move on. By now, you should have received this document, or you can download this document from HCNet. It is the step-by-step visual of how to pull a TNA report, and we'll go through each step as we move through the document. It's not moving. Not sure why. Okay. You can see step by step how to get through Learning Nucleus from the development plan button to where the reports are, how to get the reports, and so on and so forth. And clicking right down to the TNA button report. And I'll walk you through this in a second after I show you this document. How to get the report. There's 3 ways it will download. Either we'll download as an Excel spreadsheet, as you can see here, or you can have this drop down here, which will show up on your screen, or it will go to an email, depending on the size of the report you're pulling. And it has step-by-step explanations. Then we'll get into the report itself, the details of reports, how to break it down, and I'll talk you through that and what to do with the information. So it's a pretty comprehensive document. Again, we can either send it to you, or if you received it by now, or you can find it on the HCNet. Okay, and again, all our information, contact information is at the top. Right here, take note of that, and you contact us whenever, if ever, you have a problem. So obviously, first thing to do is to log into Learning Nucleus. After you logged in, please find the development button, click on that, and you go to the IDP dashboard, which is where you want to be, and look for the Get Reports button over here. Click on that. And you will be directly sent to this page here, which is IDPs. Don't be intimidated by that. Don't get distracted by that. What you need to do is to scroll down the page and look for the TNA report section. This is right here. I want to find that there, and then click on this button here. Okay. Drop down box. Do not leave all in there, because you will get the reports for every agency within DOE. Do not leave all in there. So I want you to click on the down button over here, right, and find your office in here. As you see down the drop down boxes, all the offices listed for DOE. For training purposes, and I know this one is a small report that will drop down and download into the website here. So click on Golden, then I want you to click on Get TNA Report, that button right there. Click on that. It requires 2 clicks. Give it a few seconds. And boom. There we have at the bottom of the screen, we've all seen this one time or two with downloaded reports that we want to see that. Like again, I said in the other document, depending on the size of your report or your system, it may just download to an Excel spreadsheet to your toolbar, or it'll send it to an email, depending on the size of the report. So click on Open. Give it a few seconds, it'll open up. Okay, there it is. The Excel spreadsheet will be downloaded within the parameters. Click on Editing. And it moved. There we go. Get back in the screenshot here. I could expand on the course titles in column A, and you'll notice that all the courses that were requested for fiscal year 2019. So there's a course title and all the courses during that time frame. The other important screen shot here is number of requests for the training. You see there's 1, there's 2, there's 4. So just give you a big overview how many courses were requested, how many times they were requested, and so forth. So to get a little more detail, let's look at this button up here. There's 2 little buttons up here, 1 and 2. And you also notice these plus signs as well. We'll go over those here shortly. And they're directly related. So we press on 1, obviously nothing's going to happen. It stays the same. When we press on number 2, it expands everything within this spreadsheet the subcategories. So if you go back over number 1, we'll compress it. So if we press the plus sign, so I'm interested who took budgeting, accounting, making the connection. So who took that course? In this case, Mr. Durant took it out of this particular organization. Okay, it's good information. And you can do that on the next one, just keep clicking down. And that's kind of, if you just look at specific stuff. If you want the bigger picture, go back up here, look and click on number 2. Boom, it brings out everybody's name and who had taken a particular course and the organization or associate list, like this individual here, annual conference, Miss Gray, and this organization, there's only one person that took that course. They have sections down here. You have a little more detail for, let's say, appropriations law seminar. There were 4 people that went to that, and the different organizations who attended that particular seminar. So it's a very good picture of what courses, who took the courses, what organization that person was in, how many people within that organization took the course. That is under your first tab at the bottom of the screen here. The next tab we're going to look at is a little more specific detail for that organization. This is the bigger pictures overview of everything. So next one we'll go over to goal in the field office. In this case, your office, whatever office you're looking under. And there we are. It gets a lot more detailed information. So looking from the top, we can see this is for Golden Office FY 2019 TNA Summary. And there's some really good information here. First, we have the organization that was involved, vacancies and grouping. We'll get into that a little more later. How many duty hours were expended for that training total, training costs, the estimated travel cost, and at the end here we have the total cost it costs for all that training. So that covers everything there. That's a big summary, big picture of what we're going to break down in this particular report. So again, scrolling down, vacancy, none, group training, none, so there's nothing there to really concern yourself with. But this particular section here, where we can break it down by groups or organizations, excuse me. Again, the arrows over here will help break it down more detail. So we can look at this particular organization and we see these individuals, how many duty hours expended, training costs, and total travel time, and its total accumulation of travel and estimated training travel costs over here. And keep in mind, this is a little odd, but it adds up to the organization. It doesn't add down the columns. So you're not going to find the total cost down here. So this total cost is associated with this organization. So don't get that mixed up. It'll add up to the column. So if you want to break down more information on this, let's look at Ms. Curry here and what courses she took. More detail. Drilling down, get down to the ground level here, get some more detail about who, what, where, when, why. Expand them out a little more. If you're missing anything, you want to get the full thing, or you could just wrap it, format text, play with it if you're good with Excel. If you can find, play with it a little more, you can make things work your way. So there we go. So looking at this block here with Ms. Curry, these are the courses that she took for FY19. Priority level we had was position specific, and mentoring was a developmental thing. Course for her, the total training hours for her was 398 hours, which is not 100% accurate because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 training hours were not added in there. Total cost for Ms. Curry was top here $7,782. Total training travel cost $4,000, with the total training was $11,782. So you can analyze your training per person, or you can do it by organization. You look across what's your org code, how much it costs, and you can determine, total duty hours for your organization, travel costs, training costs, and the total for that training. Again, up here you have the buttons 1, which brings everything back to where it is without the expanded information provided. 2 breaks everything down. And 3 breaks down even more to the details of the courses taken by individuals. And you notice if you see something like this, not yet started, it doesn't mean there's a course that haven't started. It just means there's nothing in there. There's no information there for them. Employee preparing for the training, they haven't taken it yet, but they're preparing that. They're waiting for the training request to be approved. In this case, requires supervisor's action, probably approval. Again, preparing, and you'll see these consistently down here. Not required, or not started yet, excuse me. Employee pending, so on and so forth. So that's actions that happen at the program office level that have to get in there, go to your supervisor and request that they approve or disapprove the training request. Looking down here, there is, you can see the training developments, the different levels again. There's developmental, position specific, and that's pretty consistent throughout the training. And keep in mind, this information, the priority level or why you're taking the training, is entered through the training process. So if you don't put anything in there, that's going to be missing. Same with duty hours. You don't put anything in, it's going to be missing, and so that shows a lot of hours lost, so we can't really tell how many hours an employee spent on training. We can't look at the organization as a bigger picture, because this number will not be accurate because we have missing or we have 0. So I encourage you all to have your employees put in the training hours, the priority level of the training, so you can accurately look at your records and say, this is why they took training, this is how many hours we expended on training, and that's as well as the cost, travel, and overall cost per that organization. looking down here, you tracks everything. TBD. One of the disturbing things, I wouldn't say disturbing, but one thing I discourage not putting in there is you know, from 8 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. Put actual time there, 8 hours, so that it accurately counts, because that's going to throw your numbers off at the top here. Not going to be accurate. So scrolling down, TBD, that's going to throw off the accounting side as well. They can't add letters, TBD, to be determined. You know, if it's a 3-day course, so it's obviously going to be 24 hours. It's a 1-day course, obviously 8 hours. If it's going to be a seminar or webinar where it's only be about 2-3 hours, guesstimate at the hours. At least guesstimate, but don't put TBD or TBD 16 or TBD, which that's what, 2 days of work hours there. So encourage them to put actual numbers in there. Guesstimate is better than putting in TBD, to be determined. So that is the detailed report that you can analyze at your program office level. Okay, so what does this all mean? Let's go back here, hit 1, and that pulls everything back up. You're going to go through there as a training point of contact and determine, is this accurate report? Does it reflect what your organization projected for the year? You know, was travel costs accurate and the total travel costs accurate? And is the training accurate? Was everything here accurate numbers that we can report up to the Chico's office saying, yes, this is how much was expended, this is how much training time is spent, this travel costs. And if not, you'll feed back the information back to Johnny or I and say, okay, this is not accurate, we need to fix this in the spreadsheet, because we're going to download the big spreadsheet that shows everything and everybody. So if something inaccurate there, let us know. If it's not if it's accurate, fine. We'll be happy and move on. Further down in the spreadsheet, you're going to see some projections out. These are not 100% accurate, since they are just projections built into the program. So FY 2020, you're going to see projected duty hours per organization, training costs, travel costs, and total. And you notice over here, there are no plus signs. So what does that tell you? This is just a projection. You can't break it down because nobody's taken a training yet. Nobody's done any traveling for 2020. So keep that in mind. Same here for 2020, 2022. You know, that breaks it down to different fiscal years. And 2021, 2022 is kind of redundant here. It repeats itself. Not 100% sure why, but what you can, these numbers will be adjusted as the training is put into the system. Oops, sorry about that. And it'll start compiling. That is the TNA report. New and improved, better than it used to be, where we had this Excel spreadsheet developed by my office, and we would send it out for everybody to look at it and looking for the accuracy in it. If you have any questions, again, please contact Johnny McChristian or myself, Kenneth Hogan, at our respective phone numbers, or best, just drop us an email. And if you have a specific question, you lost something, you could do a screenshot. That would be great. That'll help us narrow down your question, understand your concerns, so we can give you a specific answer. Thank you for attending our training. I appreciate it. And again, give us a call if you need some help or have any questions. Thank you.